Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Reaching Riches here. So today we're going to be going over RoundHill's QDTE and XDTE's trades for the trade week of the 10th through the 16th. Sorry I didn't get this video out earlier. I'm currently working on my finals right now, so that's taking up a lot of my time. So let's go and see when the next declaration date is. So here, next declaration date's on the 24th, which is the next Wednesday, but they will likely declare on the 23rd because that's what they do. Alright, so let's get into their trades here. So let's go take a look at their long calls. So long calls, they started the week off with 36 contracts for QDTE. Same contract, the 1696.69 for March 21, 2025. Alright, and they also started the week off with 1.52 million outstanding shares and ended it with 1.94 million shares. So huge inflows are starting to flow into these funds. I think as more people are starting to learn about them and understand them more, more and more inflows are coming in. So which is a good thing, but like the faster we grow, some of it might get a little diluted, but I think overall it's a good thing because as YieldMax has mentioned and Defiance has mentioned that if they don't hit like their seed goal, that and they don't grow anymore, then they could cancel the fund or delist it or like just get rid of it. But I don't think these are going to be at risk because right now, well, this one's still small. XDT is still really small. I think because people like the higher distributions from QDTE. But if we look at QDTE, we're at 98 million funds under management, so it is growing. So that is good. So we need more inflows. In the short term, it is going to affect our distributions because more inflows dilute a little bit, but the following trade week will make up for that because the trades lag inflows. Alright, so let's look at XDTE here. So we started off the week with 42 contracts, still sticking with the 420.69 strike. Same expiration as QDTE, so March 21st, 2025. And then we ended the week with 49 contracts. Alright, and then we started a week with 415,000 outstanding shares and ended it with 445. So this one is growing, just not as fast as QDTE. So here 49 contracts with a strike 420.69 and with an estimated flex price, that's a difference of $129.81. So right now we're projected to be making $636,000 on these long calls. For QDTE, sorry about all the back and forth here of switching tabs, but so we have 46 contracts here for QDTE, the 1696.69 strike, and the estimated flex price of 1952.26, which is a difference of $255, or we are making $1.175 million off of this, so pretty good. Like I said in my previous video, I don't know how they're going to work this gain at the end of the year or at the next time that they roll. I think personally that they're going to net these against the losses on the short calls, and then whatever is left over, they can or if they're still in the positive, they can classify some of it as not return of capital. They might classify it as like ordinary income or whatever tax classification they want. If we are negative, we are likely to see. I think, in my opinion, I think we're likely to see all the distributions classified as return of capital, and then I think they will carry forward the losses to net against any future gains on the short calls or on the long calls. All right, so let's go into the trades. All right, so I got QDTE pulled up here. So let's go ahead and reveal. So 34 contracts, we collected $80,000. And it's a loss on day one. All right, not off to a good start, but okay. We had a strike of 2,600, and it closed above our strike at 2,675. So which means we paid 256,000 to close, which is a net loss of 175,000. Okay, man. All right. So next, on the 11th, we had 36 contracts, collected 127,000. That is a nice day right there, and it's a win. All right, cool. We're starting to recover. All right, so we had a strike of 2730, and it closed below our strike at 2661. So full win there, full 127,000. All right, so on the 12th, which is a Friday, 39 contracts again, $188,000. Woo! I like that. Another win. Let's go. All right, so they had a strike of 2,300, and it closed below the strike at 2,226. So full win there. All right, so this is Monday the 15th. 43 contracts, collected 179,000. All right, I like that number too. And is it a win? All right, another win. So we had a strike of 2,470, and it closed below our strike at 2,401. So another full profit day. All right, so and last trade day is the 16th. Let's go ahead and reveal 43 contracts, 161,000. And let's let this run. So it's running a little slow today. All right, another win. So we collected 2,510, or sorry, our strike was 20,510, and it closed below our strike at 2,441. So looking pretty good on our short calls. We only lost one out of the 5, so pretty good. That brings our win percentage, our total win percentage, up to 67%. I know the QQQ has been falling, which is why we are winning. So I mean, it's good that we win on our short calls. It's not too good on it going down because our long calls lose, but we have so much time in those long calls that it's likely to recover anyway. So I'm not worried about the long calls losing, and they are also deep in the money. I like to just think of this strategy as basically a poor man's covered call. All right, so let's go over. Let's review the dividends after the XDTE trades, and then we'll reveal them both at the same time. All right, so here is XDTE. Let's go ahead and reveal this one. So 39 contracts, collecting 13,500. Wow, the script is running slow today. Oh wow, it's running really slow today. Is it done? Okay, there we go. All right, so we had a strike of 5,600, and it closed above our strike at 5,633. So it means we took a loss there. Price to close was 132,000, and that is a net loss of 118,000. Not good, but hopefully it's similar to QDTE, where we get 4 wins here. So hopefully, let's see what happens. All right, so this is 42 contracts collecting almost 30,000, so 29,000 here. Script is running really slow. Sorry about that. All right, sorry. Was having some issues with the script running. It's like really slow, so I went ahead and reviewed all of them, and then I'll just edit this to patch it all together. Anyway, so on the 11th we collected $29,000. We had a strike of 56.45, which is a win, because it closed below our strike at 55.84, so full profit day there. Here on the 12th, we had 42 contracts, collected another 29,000, almost 30,000. We had a strike of 56.05, but that's a loss because it closed above our strike at 56.15, and we had to pay 43,000 to close it, which is a net loss of 13,000. All right, and then here on the 15th, we sold 42 contracts, collected 28,000. We had a strike of 56.50, and it closed below our strike at 56.31, so full profit day there. And the last day of trading, which is 16th, which is 49 contracts, collected 28,000, and we had a strike of 56.60, and that's another loss. So it closed above our strike at 56.67. Cost to close was 35,000, so we took a net loss of 6,900. So not as good as QDTE. QDTE, we only took 1 loss. Over here on XDTE, we took 3 losses. So not as good. So let's go ahead and look at what our distributions are going to be. So here we go. So let's input these. So we are at so current outstanding shares is at 2.25 million. So huge inflows. A lot of people are starting to buy in, so that is a good thing. All right, and let's see. So for QDTE, we are looking at 32-cent dividend. All right, I like it. I am all for that. 32 cents. All right. My last estimate, I don't know what happened, or I don't know, because we lost like a whole day here, but they still paid like 31 cents over here. Crazy. Maybe I missed something. I have no idea, but they paid like a whole 8 cents higher than what my estimate was. So hopefully I'm a little closer this week. If they do pay 30s, that would be great. That'd be like in the 30s all month so far, which would be great. This would probably be their highest paying months since inception if they do that. So we're looking at 32 cents on QDTE. So let's look at XDTE. This one was also high, so they were 7 cents above my estimate last week. So hopefully closer this week. All right, here we are looking at 25 cents. That is a pretty good dividend on XDTE. I think anything in like the mid 20s is a good dividend for XDTE. Anything in the 30s is good for QDTE. All right, so let's do the analysis tab here. So let me just grab these numbers. Sorry for the flip-flopping. Oh, whoops. I just need to paste the value. There we go. Grab this one. Sorry about all the tab switching here. And then this was what, 515, and QDTE was what, 2250. All right. This formula looks broken. Yeah, this formula is broken for sure. Cause that is not correct. Should be 32. I'm just gonna type it in for now and I'll fix it later. Alright, and then XDTE is supposed to be what, 25? Yes. Alright, so right now let's grab the losses. So the loss is up here, and then we can calculate how we're doing on our profit loss so far. Alright, so here we go. So July 10th to 16th, we're looking at a 32-cent dividend for QDTE. Yeah, 32, sorry. Alright, and we actually came up pretty good. We are in the positive this week. 481,000. That is great, because what were we looking at before this week? Let's move this here. Oh my god, $1.1 million loss. So that is great. So we are only down 655,000. So if we go back to here, let me just grab this number, and then we can just do a quick. And let's just do this real quick, right on the fly. We're just gonna sum these together. So what we have here is we are looking at a net total gain of 520,000. So this is saying that if we were to close out the long calls today, we would net the losses against the long calls, and we would still be up $520,000. That is great. So I mean, we're in a positive, because that's what I like to see, because we were in a huge deficit here for a little bit. All right, so total dividends paid thus far. This is just taking column H, which is the actual dividends declared. So total dividends paid is $4.58 since inception. So that is great, doing pretty well. So it's, I estimate it to be about $1 or so per month in dividends, so not bad. Average dividend is sitting at 26 cents, almost 27, so it's moving up. That's good. I think maybe as these start to stabilize and inflows, and as they mature, I think this will start to settle out more. But right now we're looking at almost 27 cents. So we'll just take this, because I'm gonna do the same thing in this sheet here. We just grab these. So XDTEs, what was it? Long call, sorry. And then let's just sum it. So here we are looking at 141,000 loss, but our long calls are worth 636,000, which gives us a net 494,000. So we are also positive on this. So if we were to close out our long calls today, we would get or would be up 494,000. So that is great. Also, our total dividends paid on this one is $3.46. Our average dividend is 20 cents. So doing pretty well. XDTE has proven to be pretty stable in NAV. QDTE is a little more volatile, but with volatility comes higher distributions. All right, so let's look at Seeking Alpha here. So Seeking Alpha, this is since RoundHill's inception, so March 7th until today. So QDTE is looking at 5.22% up for our since inception. QQQY is up about another like 50 basis points, so 5.73. We are currently beating QQQI by about 22 basis points, and all of us are losing against QQQ, which is expected because this is pure growth and these are more income oriented. All right, so let's look at XDTE. Oh, and since we have had like a few days of red in the market, I think QDTE dropped to a low of 43.97 is where I saw that, which was a great buying opportunity because I haven't seen it hit the 43 range in like since April, when we had the whole news about Israel going on. So right now, I mean, not financial advice, but I think this is a great buying opportunity because it's probably gonna rally pretty good unless we keep having more red days. All right, so let's look at XDTE. So XDTE is up 6.11%, which is beating both JEPY and SPYI. So it's beating JEPY by a pretty good amount. What was that, like 70 basis points up? Yeah, about 70 basis points. And it's beating SPYI by almost a whole percent. And then of course it's under SPY, but it's not that far off. So definitely XDTE has been the better S&P 500 fund. I'm just kind of curious because I haven't really looked at it, but let's see what it's doing against the big dog JP Morgan's JEPI, because I know that's like the one that's been out the longest. Total return. Wow. What? No way. What? JP Morgan's is only up. This is total return. I'm shocked. Oh, wow. Yeah. I'm shocked. I did not think JP Morgan's would be doing this bad, or not nearly as good. Now I'm curious about what JEPQ's doing then. Okay, JEPQ is pretty in line then. So JEPQ, it's still not beating any of the others. I mean, it's QQQI is barely beating it out. Actually no, it's up there like 50 basis points. Wow, I'm actually pretty surprised JP Morgan is not doing that well. I always thought these guys were like the best because everybody really likes them. They like yeah, they really put the JP Morgans on a pedestal. But I mean, maybe year to date it looks great, but since RoundHill's inception, they haven't really been doing that great. They're like bottom of the barrel. I'm really surprised, especially Jeppy, because I loved Jeppy when I first got it, or when I was invested in it. Yeah, that's shocking. All right, so let's get back on track. So here, next distribution is on the 24th, which is Wednesday, or sorry, declaration is on Wednesday. They are gonna declare on 23rd, because that's their track record. They're gonna declare a day early, so we will find out on the 23rd what our actual distributions are. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are on these estimates. 32 cents on QDTE and 25 cents for XDTE. All right, that's all I had for you guys. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for fun and entertainment. All right, I'm out.